It is Wednesday, my dudes. Hello, I hope you're okay. It's Jerome Karaoke. Storytime, day 2. Let's go. All right, so day 2. Have you ever heard of something called the marketing funnel? Right? It's this thing that says from you, the seller of a product or a service, to get to somebody new who is your potential customer, they have to go through several steps before they actually buy. There are a couple of steps, and it's represented very well in like a pyramid. Is it a pyramid? It's a funnel. Oops, it's an upside down pyramid. Oops. So sales funnel, right? Not sales funnel. Is it sales or marketing? I might be lying. Wait, let me check. Yes, so I've confirmed, right? So it starts with awareness. Okay, there are many versions of this, right? There's some that have 5 steps, there's some that have 6, 7. I think the one that I'm going to follow has about 6 steps, right? 6 steps. The first one is awareness. I'm starting on this side. Awareness, then interest, then desire, and then action or conversion, and then loyalty, and lastly advocacy. Okay. Step by step. Awareness is okay, I know you exist. Number 2 is called consideration. I guess interest and desire put together in consideration, but interest is tell me more. Desire is okay, now that you told me more, I am not only interested, what does it go? How does it go? You now have my attention, right? And then desire is okay, now you have my attention and now I want what you are selling. And then conversion, which is action, right? And then once you act, you like the thing, and then you get to loyalty. And then lastly advocacy, you like the thing and you use it so much you talk about it to other people, right? So this is my step-by-step process of my career journey, and I've already talked about step number 1, which was awareness. So that's my friend telling me that he's doing this thing, he's doing this job, and actually it's something that I could do. So step number 2 is interest. So the interest is one that developed while I was now in student leadership. So it developed when I was in student leadership because I needed something to build the way I led on. I needed a foundation upon which to build my leadership journey in uni. So I had just been confirmed as the president of the Students Association in Architecture School in JKUAT. Shout out to Asa. Whoop whoop. And I wanted to do things well. That's simply it. I just wanted to do things well. So knowing that these people are leaders and they work with the industry leaders and they solve problems for them, I was like, okay, I could maybe learn from what they do. So my interest now started to develop, where I started researching on what these people do, and I found a very good channel. It's called Farm Learning. It's excellent. It's by a guy who worked in this management consulting profession for about 6 years, and during COVID he was like, oh, I need something to do, so he started a YouTube channel, and it's become really cool, and it's helped me a lot personally. So I started watching those videos, and I started thinking, okay, this is actually not just aligned to what I can do or what I've been doing, it's also aligned to the stuff I've been doing in my public speaking days. So just for context, since COVID, since 2020, I had been part of JKUAT Toastmasters Gavel Club. It's a Toastmasters club. If you've not heard of Toastmasters, it's a public speaking and leadership organization that's worldwide. It's pretty big, and if you go through it and actually engage in it, you actually can become a very good public speaker. In fact, Engage Talks started by Toastmasters members. So, and also I guess trained. If you see someone doing an Engage Talk, there's high likelihood, if they're not a Toastmaster themselves, they're trained by Toastmasters. Anyway, side quest. Whoop, we're back. So I start like researching upon this group of guys, because I realized some of the things and the ways they communicate are very accessible to me. Because in my public speaking journey, I also have opportunities to test these things out, right? To research the way they research, to communicate the way they communicate. So I start getting a bit, okay, might as well do it, right? That's the interest, right? And that's step number 2, essentially. That's step 2. So between the months of, I think we had this conversation with my friend maybe in July. Not July. In like he has like 5 months on the job, and he's had in Feb, so maybe in July, yeah. And that's around the time when I was leader of ASA, so it was a good starting point for me to get figure things out, right? Yeah, so interest done. Insert Ombachi voice. Done.
Done.
Next, we move on to desire. What made me want this thing, right? What made me, now that I'm interested and I'm aware that I can do this thing, what made me actually think about doing this thing and want this thing? Yes. Yeah. So next video coming up. Bye.